live. Hey, good afternoon, good evening. If you went to church like we went to church, you had to take a church nap. I need y'all to like and share. I got these Cowboy fans on here today, and they doing all this talking before the show. Um, so to shut the Cowboy fans up, I want to bring on a special guest, and the special guest gonna get to go first. So I want to make sure we gotta respect the Lord's house because I need the deacons to go first. Come on in.
Let the church say amen. Let the church say amen.
Yeah,
And after the church say amen, let me get a bang bang. Bang bang. Bang bang. Yes.
There's got to be some kind of penalty or something, Rodney.
No.
Oh.
Let me tell you why, Sister Vicky. This is my other half of the R&R show.
I know who Ray is.
We got to get up.
Yeah. Me and Ray normally are at odds. Ray, I ain't had no 49ers stuff, but I want to put on some red because I'm gonna ride with them Niners.
It's all good then. It's all good. Come on. We got room. Ah, I like that. I like it.
And Patty gets to control the board as to what goes up, and he brings in his own special guest. Just
That's
because the
why
Falcons
it's called
lost 2 weeks
petty
in a row.
moments. It ain't called.
If we got just a second. We had a whole really spirited 8 o'clock service. So I just need to just do this for the R&R show one time.
And coming to you from probably somewhere in Mississippi, just guys talking about sports and stuff. Here's Rodney or Rodney and Ray, whatever. It's the R&R show.
Someone all
Yeah.
Oh, he got his tambourine.
You got the tambourine here. You're gonna use it for 8 o'clock.
Man, how y'all doing?
How are you doing?
Man.
For those that don't know, he goes by Ray, but this is Deacon Williams.
Yes,
He's the better half of the R&R show. The better half, of the R&R show. I would tell you when they're gonna be on, but we don't know.
You today and your squad, and then you gonna do me like that.
Hey. It's called petty moments.
Yeah.
And you
Petty
had a
moment
right now.
You're right.
Hey, Rodney.
Man.
Hey, how you doing, Ryan?
Oh,
She got the usher gloves on.
Don't worry about
Woo, boy. You gonna be rough on me today, Ray. They let me have it.
Wow.
He ain't ready. He ain't ready.
So, Ray, this is Vicky. Vicky is the head usher in charge.
I see that. I almost spit my gum out. Oh yeah, she got the wrist and everything.
Well, you see,
She got what? It is. Yeah. Oh, you're a real one. One. Nice to
Hey,
meet you.
Sister Jackie, how you doing? She's a Cowboys fan. This the last show
Hey,
for the
Sister
playoffs,
Jackie.
so y'all put in there who your team is, because most of your teams are not in the playoffs.
Ooh.
But I'm glad y'all on here because we want to end the regular season with a bang. And I knew, hey Chris, how you doing? I knew that if I had just too many Cowboy fans, it muddied the water. So I had to go get a real team. I had to put a real team on here.
See, man, I can't take care of my folks. I can't. I still have to walk alone. What's up, man?
Walk alone. That's what Pastor say. Y'all walk alone. Look, he finna put that raggedy Cowboy jersey on.
He was trying to help you.
I was gonna leave it out.
Dion left us and went and played with the Cowboys. That ain't no help.
Play for San Francisco too.
Yeah, but I need you today, Ray. See,
But yeah, I got you.
Come on, Jackie, let's get them. They talking trash, Miss Jackie.
Uh-oh.
Bang, bang. I see one. Come on in here. Bang, bang.
Come on, Niners fan, help me out. Somebody put on here, go Bears. Go what? To the first round of draft pick? I mean, what are the Bears going to? Let me put your comment up here.
Go Bears. Bears beat you last week. Don't play. Don't make me call Deloach now.
Yeah, you call him. He might be trying out for quarterback at the Bears for the Bears, so you call him. Because the Bears are trash. Sorry there, Brother Lloyd. They are, but you are not. Ben, hey, y'all, this is Ben. Ben is in Ghana.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Good evening, the real team. That's what I'm talking about.
Brother Benjamin, how's it going?
Yeah. Y'all, please like and share. I want y'all to know, here's our disclaimer. We are all believers in Jesus Christ. Yes, we are saved, but we are still going to call your team trash. Okay?
Big time. Trash.
But
Philadelphia?
They got some beat from the corn talk. I don't feel no remorse for them.
Oh, look, watch this. Look, see, here go Cowboy fan. Y'all gonna love these comments. See, this is what happens when y'all give me this virtual here. Hey, go Cowboys.
Yeah, sound confused. Sound confused to me. Sound confused to me. Yeah. Typical. That's typical. That's typical.
We gotta do better than that, Jack.
I know, right? But go ahead, Ray. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just saying she's not helping her cause.
No, not at all. Not at all. Well, we're gonna jump right into petty moments. Once again, thank y'all for joining. Just our chance to get away from our normal Sunday routine. Sorry we're not in the studio, but we had 17 hours of church earlier, so we were tired. Spiritual overtime, additional seating. For those that go to Brown Baptist, let me tell you, at an 8 o'clock service, you need to get there at 7:15. At 11 o'clock service, you need to get there at 10:15 because it be filling up, bruh. But that was a good thing. So that's how I want to start off, man. It was good to have additional seating at the church. And so everybody doesn't go to the same church. How was y'all first Sunday of the new year? We'll start with you, Ray, because you got the right colors on there.
Well, actually, blessed to see another year and was really looking forward to the service this morning and everything. But it was kind of bittersweet because our pastor, my dad, is in quarantine with COVID. He tested positive yesterday. So he had to get a stand-in and whatnot, but the Lord still blessed. He still moved. We had a wonderful first service of the year. Good way to start the year off.
Well, we definitely going to be praying for Pastor because, when he ain't delivering the good word, he be over there.
Do it.
He be hitting that guitar. Y'all ain't ready for it. So tell Pastor we praying for him.
Sure will.
Hey, how you doing, Roderick? So y'all, I'm gonna just when y'all talking, if you hear me just spout out names, that's because there's a lot of people coming in, and I want to say hey to them. But let's get right into it. Let's just get right into it right now. What coach gonna have to change teams next year?
Falcons. Period. was there anybody else on the list?
God,
I don't. What was it? Was it Puzella? Taka. What's another one, Rodney?
did you
Trash
agree?
in English.
She came right at me, did she?
What else we talking about? Was there another coach that needed to be fired? I'm sorry.
At the gate.
I know.
Straight out. 2 weeks in a row, you lose 2 weeks in New Orleans. Dog walked y'all today.
Oh.
Hallelujah.
We talking about coaches.
I'm sorry, my daughter-in-law from Atlanta too, but we already talked about it.
Daughter-in-law, you know what? We will take up a fund so you can go stay at a nice hotel. We ain't even talking about no
They're
regular
gonna take up a fund for you to go stay at a nice hotel.
Yeah, I know you shouldn't have to stay and be subjected to this Cowboys trash.
And he's still calling Cowboys trash.
Because they trash. Because the Cowboys, let's go.
I'm sorry, go back to your coach. What happened today and last week in y'all season?
Thank you, Chris. Look, Chris is a real
What happened?
fan.
Thank
He
you.
said all these teams right here need new coaches.
I was going.
All right, Chris. Washington Commanders. Did nobody put the Bears on there?
Yeah, because he borderline.
Oh,
Borderline.
Bears.
I don't know about the Titans. I just don't think it's talent. I don't think it's a coach.
About that. Y'all think the
Why-
Titans too?
You don't think it's the coach for the Titans?
Mm-mm.
It's been the coach for the Titans. They had immense talent over the last 5 years. And they managed to get rid of them or not play them to their potential, and their quarterback suck. You can't keep the same.
That's why I challenged you. I'm sorry, right now. I mean, R&R just taking over. That's why I challenged you right there. When you ended it with the quarterback suck, that's ultimately been the problem with the Titans these past years. You know who you got in the backfield, a stud in Derrick Henry, and you got a pretty stout defense. The question have been for the last 5 years, it's the quarterback situation. No matter who's playing back there, whether it's Tannehill, what's this guy from Kentucky that's quarterback? It doesn't matter. I mean, until they get a real quarterback, hey, it is what it is. They're gonna be the Titans.
Yeah.
Tighten up.
Hello,
That's
man.
all I can
How
say.
you doing?
I'm gonna throw it out there today that Jacksonville, just from today's performance, their coach needs to be on the line because there was no reason for, first of all, for them to lose the game, and second of all, to end the game the way that they did. There was no reason for that to happen. I mean, you second and 2, and
Right.
when you down by 8 and you don't get 2 yards, you pass every time, and you don't get the 2 yards. That was just horrible.
Yeah.
So I'm putting him on the list. If nobody else put him on the list.
Yeah, well, here's why I don't put the Jags coach on the list. They ain't used to winning, and they were very close. You know what I mean? To me, they're learning how. I don't necessarily love Atlanta's coach, but once again, think you're learning how to win, and you don't have a quarterback. And I'm with Ray. If you ain't got no quarterback, until you get one, it's hard. Now, that's also maybe why the Bears should be on the list, because I do think they misused Justin Fields.
They did
Right? And so
figure that combination out.
when he gets to Atlanta next year, we'll show y'all how to let him.
Oh,
We'll Washington next year. They'll show it. They'll show it.
Nah, why Washington done for the decade? We'll holler them in 20.
Yeah, they're finished.
The decade.
Yeah, that's the LA team. LA, your team is done for the decade. They will not be back. Magic Johnson might be the coach before they get back.
Oh, my
man, they got a better chance of getting their old nickname back.
Riley.
They
Yeah.
had the nerve to show Joe Gibbs in the box. Don't get him back down there, the coach. I bet they have to change it.
Right. Well, hey, Sister Vivian. Now, Sister Vivian was on last week. See, Sister Vivian, we saved. We did communion because I don't want you to think we normally act well. Rodney normally act like this. The rest of us.
I'm a servant there. I'm walk the right walk, but I'm gonna
Look, but we have what I call the perfect mix on tonight. So we got Deacon Williams. You know, the deacons know the word, know what's right, but they a little stiff sometimes. You got the preacher. You know, that's me on here. You know, I'm petty, so I'm the preacher that see it for what it is, and then like, here's the scripture, but I ain't memorized all the verses and the numbers like Pastor Orr. Then we got the head usher, and you know, they really petty, but don't nobody know it because they just do the gang side. And then we got Rodney, what I call the real member. He know the Lord, he know the sermon, and he also know who shouted, who fell out, and who kicked somebody while they shouted. So we got it all here, Sister Vivian.
I'll be back later.
So, oh man, we got it taken care of because somebody, you want to make sure folks know that we are just out here. But other teams, I think. So we talked all around it, but I think it's time for Bill Belichick to go.
Oh yeah, yes sir, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
It's understood.
Belichick has had his day.
Yeah.
It's
Well, here's the thing. I think he might still be a good coach. He's just not a good coach, GM, VP, or player. Just do one thing, all them. Yeah, he's too busy trying to be cheapskate. Sometimes you just need to go in and bring in the talent, right?
He's
And-
stubborn too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could
That's
have
what they
been
saying.
gave up some of that power and let somebody else make some decisions for him because Tom Brady is a once in a lifetime talent. And you're not gonna get that once it's gone from anywhere else. We missed a whole era of quarterback that he could have coached, and they're not they're not there anymore for him. So he got to let something go, let somebody else do something, or he gonna rather lose.
This is gonna be very unpopular. So I don't really think Tom Brady's that good. I think he had the right system at the right time, and let's not forget he was sitting behind Drew Bledsoe and couldn't play until Drew got hurt. So let's not, I just want to put that in there, and then that on top of the cheating, you know what I mean? It's like Barry Bonds, when we start talking about baseball, we want to leave him out because of the cheating, but we want to leave Brady in, and we know he cheated, right? Come on now.
He just did what everybody else was doing. There was no rule.
Hey, but
He did.
can I?
So you don't think
But can
Tom
I
Brady
say-
is good just because he came in behind somebody?
No,
No, I don't think he's good because he's just a simple quarterback.
he got hurt. My thing,
Okay,
he's a leader, and he got the smart. He got the smarts to be able to.
I don't know about the smarts now. When you can't touch him, it ain't that smart. You can't breathe on the man, or come on now.
You go from one team to another. And
I watch. So the reason I say this, Ray, I'm gonna let you jump in because Ray like real football. I watch some. Look at Vicky's eyes.
Well,
Hey,
don't watch my eyes. Don't watch my eyes, Ray, because I'm just listening.
so I watched some old clips of Michael Vick, Cam Newton, and to see how them guys got hit in the pocket. I ain't talking about when they ran. If they had protected him like Tom Brady, they probably have 3 or 4 Super Bowls themselves too. I'm telling you, man, Tom Brady could not be touched because he was the face of the NFL. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was the face of NFL, and he had a lot of players surrounding him. I agree with you on that. He had a lot of, I don't know, Brother Rod said, wait a minute. But he did have a lot of good players surrounding him, but that's part of the team aspect, though, too, though.
But when they had the best roster around them, that's the year they didn't win the Super Bowl.
Ray, come on, Ray.
Come on, Ray.
okay. My thing is this. I'm challenging the statement of a system quarterback.
Okay.
What great quarterback wasn't good in his system? I wait.
Thank you.
So why does that make him a system quarterback?
Because
Okay.
the system fits him.
Okay, the system fit him, but then that's every great quarterback.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. I'll give you a prime example. Steve Young and Joe Montana had 4 different systems that they won Super Bowls in.
No, they were all West Coast systems. They were very
All
similar.
but they were West Coast derivatives.
It was the same offense. I'm sorry.
Well,
It was the same offense.
you say so? I ain't arguing with you. We on the same side today. We arguing with
I got you. No. Yeah, trash. Yeah.
Trash.
All I see is more Cowboys fans popping up in the feed. Hey, Minister Betty, go Cowboys. That's all I see.
Oh, yes. We just, that's one of my questions for the day. It seems like the church is lost. Oh goodness! Good evening.
Amen. You preach, preacher.
What y'all think about Brett Favre? I think Brett Favre is a great quarterback. I don't think he gets enough accolades, and I think his shenanigans after his career are probably going to tarnish his legacy.
Yes.
What do y'all think?
Yes.
I'm
One of
down
the
with
best
shenanigans, period.
Right. One of the best quarterbacks that ever played the game. Period.
One of the best, but yeah, he had some ups and downs that prevented him from getting a couple of championships. But outside of that, couldn't hate on him.
Yeah.
I mean, he popped pills, but you couldn't question his dedication to the game.
Pastor, if you watch this, I want you to know I'm not the pettiest person on here.
Amen.
Everybody have their demons to fight. Everybody have their demons. Alcohol and the drugs, we know that. But
I was just talking about his dedication to the game. That's all I was highlighting his dedication.
That's what we're talking about.
You look to me. I look to him. Oh my goodness! Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Petty Moments. We got the whole R&R show on here. So we got Ray and Rodney. We got the hostess with the mostest.
But he
He didn't play it. The hostess with the mostest, Vicky Cox on here. And y'all keep these comments going. I like these comments here. I like to see what other folks thinking. Here, somebody said, "Hey, how you doing?" Oh, Mildred, the Cowboy fan. Hey,
I didn't see Mildred today.
she had to work today. She had to actually work because Vicky just stood on the stage doing this all day, and that means work. Mildred work. She ain't gonna do nothing work. Get it right, about to run.
Look, can we get the IV over there on Section 6? Them fans ain't doing it today, baby. We need.
Oh goodness! Oh man, y'all are something else. So look, I want to switch gears because I got a real sports fan on here today. Every time I see it, right, it hurt right down on the inside.
Come on.
All right. First, I want to hit this one. I'm gonna just put it on the screen. You tell me who winning.
Bills.
Bills.
Come on, Rodney.
Bill, I said Bill.
Oh, you said Bills too, right? Ooh.
What Ray say on that one?
Bills.
Bill.
Well, somebody got to be a contrarian. I'm going Dolphins.
You can't just do Dolphins just because your name.
Bills on the run, man. And I'm talking about they have corrected.
They are.
Guided the ship. They on a good run.
They on a good run, and if they win, they number what? 3 seed or 2 seed? 3 seed.
Number 2.
2 seed, right?
They were a game from being out of the playoffs.
Right.
Yep.
If the Jags had a run today, they would have been out of the playoffs.
They would have been out of the playoff.
Absolutely. Here's what I'm gonna say though.
Oh Lord.
That's the AFC Dak Prescott. Come on, you know the Dolphins gonna win.
Look,
The Dolphins are not gonna win. I'm with the Bills.
the game don't count for nothing. He gonna show out.
No, it counts up for the Dolphins because the Dolphins don't win this game. They playoff run gonna be real short.
It don't count for nothing for the Bills. So all they gotta do is play to win and
Well, actually, they're playing for seeding.
Right.
So
they in, but they play for seed. I got you.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's going because they come on what 7:30.
On now.
Yeah, so that's gonna be the game we watch, and I'm just hating on everybody thinking my team ain't in it. All right, here we go. This is what I believe the season's gonna be. So y'all gonna tell me who gonna win this one?
ooh, I'm going with the Lions, baby. Hey, give me Jared Goff. Jared Goff gonna get his lick back. I'm telling you, he gonna get his lick back.
I'm gonna say it's the Lions.
It's gonna be a good one though, but I think the Lions gonna take it on to the house.
I'm rocking with the Lions too.
Yeah.
But the Rams are hot. The Rams are hot right now.
Very high.
I'm rocking with the Lions.
Me too. Still.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with them. All right, let's
Ooh,
get
I'm gonna Jared Goff get a lick back.
Yep.
Get his lick back.
The Bucks. The Bucks. The Bucks.
Wow.
Look, I'm not. Man, the Eagles lost. Oh
Yeah.
man, it's bad. It's bad.
So this
Yeah. What was the score
What
today?
Brother Cox
Eagles
said?
lost today. He was
Yeah,
saying
the
Eagles
Eagles-
lost today, and I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah.
they,
what was
they
the
seem to have lost their mojo, right? I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
but ain't nothing changed. It look like they're only good on 31.
They lost both their coordinators. They're not.
That's it.
They lost both their
That's it.
coordinators. So they have not performed on the same scale. It's the same team, but they don't have their coordinator. And when you take that away from people, it's bad. It's just like when Atlanta lost old boy that went to San Francisco. They were not the same team.
You right.
It happens, and when you cannot replace it, you're not going to be the same. Regardless of all this, I've been telling people all year, the Eagles have been in a point to where they should have been. The game that they had, those close games, could have easily went the other way. And everybody's like, no, you just hate. I'm like, no, I'm telling you what I see. They squeaking by on 4-5 of these games. They could have very easily just lost 4 or 5 of them games.
Right.
And then in a couple of games, just like the Cowboys and like some of these other teams, they had some officials help in some of them games. That caused the outcome of the game. So yeah, The Eagles could have been the other way. Real easy.
Yeah, I like you said, I think they lost too much. But I will say this. Ray, you know how you be talking about I have a knack for moving the goalposts. Our division records were better than the East.
So what now?
Oh yeah. I tried to tell y'all. Them guys been telling me all year long the South trash, but their record's better than the East. And now you're saying that the Bucks, the lowly Bucks, are going to beat the Eagles.
Count it, Ray.
Now these same Eagles that challenging y'all for the division, right?
Count it,
Hey,
Ray.
dog,
Your mouth.
Ray said, "Hey, dog."
Count it up, Ray.
stop.
I know.
Stop.
Don't
Don't do that.
People lie.
Don't.
Stop it. Stop it.
You're gonna have to run me those numbers
Right. 'Cause you talk-
because everybody in the South is barely above 500. Stop.
And most of the East is barely above 500. Y'all just picked the Bucks to beat the Eagles, right? Am I
Yeah,
hearing right?
but the Eagles right now,
The same Eagles.
Dude.
They the same Eagles. They've been the same Eagles all year.
and that's yes, they're gonna lose. Those same Eagles.
Exactly. So when you try to
That's
tell
what I'm
me
saying. The Bucks
the
gonna.
East is better than the South, I
Look. I said that they better than them. I ain't said better than the Bucks. I mean, come on. The Bucks gonna win. Still, I don't care. I ain't changing it. The Bucks will win.
I believe the Bucks are a better team than the Eagles. I've been saying this all year long that the South is not as bad as y'all give it credit for. Yeah, it's some quarterback issues. It looked like Bryce went to the wrong team. He went to any other team, and they'd be Super Bowl contenders, right? So what I'm saying is we've been talking, but the Giants are clearly trash. The Giants will be the one game above the Panthers. The Commanders are only one game above the Panthers.
All
And
right.
y'all just picked the Bucks to beat the Eagles.
You're right.
Come on now. Now them numbers.
I see where you went with that. I see where you went with that. But still, the Bucks will beat the Eagles. You're right, but the Bucks still would. I'm just saying they would still beat them though. You know.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. There we go, Brother Cox. He said the locker room chemistry is better than the Eagles. I can see that. Something going on, man.
Yeah.
Even though, to Rodney's point, yeah, you lose a coordinator, but they still started out very good. Something has happened.
Yeah, they've gotten progressively worse over the season. Then they lose to the Giants today. No.
Yeah, but actually, you guys, they just started losing. They haven't been playing better. They started out struggling with the New England Patriots. They won them by 3, and that's how they continued to win for a while, barely getting by, winning on other teams' mistakes and getting credit for it. But that started to play out as the season went on, and they got exposed, and people been hitting them in the mouth ever since.
Right.
So you bring that up, and you go back right now. You look at I'm looking at every game that they played. None of them was a convincing win.
Right.
Exactly.
It's 5 points, 6 points, 3 points, 4 points, 7 points. You know, it's not like we got this in the bag by 14, 21 points. Every game is what I'm saying. Every game was one of them games that could have went the other way, and people not.
Boy, these Saints fans ain't let me make it, man. Go ahead, Rodney.
So that's the only point I'm making. And the losses they have, some of them are horrible losses.
You got to read that comment though. You got to read.
Oh, Martinez. All I wanted to know is the Saints. We split the series this year. Thank you. I know. We had nothing to play for because we knew the Bucks were gonna beat the Panthers. But the Panthers don't win.
They got so bad they scored on y'all on the victory formation. That was bad. Don't do it, Petty. Don't do it.
Hey, look, this look the game on. I don't like. Oh boy, these Super Saiyans here. Look, faith, family, and football, and that's enough of this football. I need to talk about faith.
Hold up,
There
hold
was
up, wait. Look there behind you. Did the Saints just go again?
Oh boy, I dislike y'all Saints. Oh goodness. We're gonna switch gears. Thank you, Brother Cox, for being the rational person in your household.
Really?
We talked about this last week, Ray. So I'm just
Yeah.
giving you this point as a backdrop. But I want to talk. We don't call no name now. We don't call no name. I don't want no smoke. But have we drifted too far in our attempt to reach those in the culture? And I'm talking about the church as a whole. Like, there's been some walking it out and some swag surfing. There's been some Beyonce lights and skits inside. I ain't talking about the lock in with the youth. You know what I mean? I ain't talking about the Easter celebration outside. I'm talking about actually in worship service. So have we drifted a little too far? Does the word not work anymore? Come on, D.
The word doesn't change.
Okay.
The word is still effective. Are we using the word? Do we want to use the word? The word works if you use it.
Right.
Now, my take on how we looking in that particular situation you're talking about, my take is this: there's right, there's wrong, there's left, there's right. There's the world, there's Christ, and how can we lead the world to Christ if we look like the world? We have to draw the line somewhere. And that was my take on that one particular situation that I'm aware of. I'm not calling any names either,
Right.
but
right.
Everybody's seen the video, so that's my take on it. And if we get back to using the word like the word is supposed to be, then we wouldn't be having these conversations as such.
Okay. Sister Vicky, I know you're gonna be politically correct, because you have time because you don't have a job to formulate your words.
I do have a job. I do have a child. I have all of that. But anyway, I think
we're gonna need Brother Cox to verify this job.
Listen, I think that, like Brother Ray said, the word doesn't change. I think we're going a little bit too far, and I think it's sometimes where churches are just looking to have more people gravitate to them. Like today, for example, I talked to two different people who was their first time visiting with us. And one person said they had been to the church they normally go to, but it just didn't have any, in their words, razzle dazzle. And I'm like, well, we don't have exactly razzle dazzle. We just preach the word. That's what's here. And then another person I spoke with was like, they were leaving because they didn't like the music at their church. Yes, I do work. You see my husband put on there. I do work. But I think it's not, I get the point of trying to reach people where they are. I don't think we should get away from that. Mm-hmm. I grew up in a church where we used to say, you got to catch them before you clean them. You can't put all of these legalism things on people before you even introduce them to Christ and bring them into the word. I think we need to keep doing that part. But I don't think we need to go so far as to looking like the world in order to bring people to who we are in Christ. I think that's too far.
Okay, come on, Rodney, my resident member.
I'm gonna go countryside today. It's like this: when you see gimmicks and you see social media put to what the world does, it takes a lot from what we know and what we're accustomed to. So I mean, just as easy as like if you catch a fish with a worm. But you use that worm to clean the fish. When we go to church and we join a church, we're caught by the word. But we use that word to then clean us. So we don't throw you something different and then use something to clean you with. We hit you with the same thing that we gonna use with you. So when you see gimmicks or modernization, and in those gimmicks and modernization, there's nothing said about the actual word or about any religion content, then it's gonna be hard for me to think that that's how your church is gonna operate year long if that's what you got me with. Like I've seen different aspects and whatnot. And this one person said, I came to midnight service expecting church. I could have went to the club for this. So it's kind of like, this ain't what we want. This ain't what we see. But that if they felt like that worked, I want to see the other side of it. You can tell me that you brought this many people in, this many people, but those numbers don't really match up to me because none of them, from what I saw, from what we saw, match the story.
Okay.
If we were singing and we had that many people coming in, that's great. But those numbers ain't gonna make no sense to me. Like we saw a number today that we had over 314 baptisms at Brown alone this past year. That's that you can put to what's working.
Okay.
If I had 150 people join on club night, that don't mean nothing to me. That's kind of hard for me to digest. I'm sorry. I was supposed to do that, but I'm just saying.
They say club. Hey man, stop! Look, hey Ray, I should know not to let Rocky talk about this.
I'm not talking. I ain't calling nobody name though.
Oh Jesus! Here's what I'll say. All right, I have spent 40 years as a believer. Okay, I spent over 30 years in some type of youth or young adult environment. Right, technically 35. Right, and I've been a teacher, student, junior usher, you name it in church. We've done it, right? And if you grew up like I know Ray did, we probably advanced Sunday school teachers at 11, right? Because you got to do everything, right? Okay. There's a huge difference in speaking the language of the culture, understanding the language of the culture that they speak, and bringing that culture to the church. And so I think it's happened because I'm all for, if the students want to do a TikTok video that looks like the world, but it's definitely Christian based, I'm for it. But then there's certain TikToks they can't do if they Christian children, right?
Right.
So even though it ain't in the worship, there's some stuff you gotta just leave where it's at, right? And so I think now the thing is, and I think this is what we're about to find out. Would you be a preacher if the salary was volunteer? Because that changes how you present the gospel. And I believe now, at the end of the day, if you work for a company, when the people shift, you shift because you need their dollars. And so sometimes I think the thing that's happening to worship is, like Rodney's saying, we trying to pull up some type of gimmick. We trying to be, if you come here and all you telling me it's the lights, the camera, and the glitz. Well, that's the issue, because that's been the issue even back in the old days in the country church. Pastor show preach, but you don't know what chapter he came out of. You don't know the text, and you don't know the 3 points. Ooh, my church does everything, but you don't know when Sunday school starts and what time Bible study is. Oh, this is the church where it's at. We got everything, but you'll fight somebody if they happen to sit in a pew that you typically sit in, right? And so I just think we have gone too far at putting the world culture in the church. Now, the other side of that is, I think sometimes church people are too stiff to reach anybody. Discipleship means, and I say this to young adults for years, we got to meet people where they are,
right?
But we can't stay there with them. That's a whole nother ballgame, right? And so if I'm gonna meet you where you are, and then Elder Taylor, shout out to Elder Taylor, he said you don't catch and clean a fish in the middle of the pond.
Hey,
That's that elder wisdom, right? And so I think we got to start drawing people in with good old fashioned church, with the hymns, with the word, with us looking different, with us even being, and this is from the hoodie man himself. Like I got 30 hoodies. Me, my boys probably got 100 hoodies together. Like if it was up to us, we wear a hoodie, a t-shirt, and jogging pants every day, all day. And I'm with the kids. I would wear it in the summertime. Okay. Just be a dry fit. Okay, I'm with them. But you got to get dressed up. Like I was telling Will, you 13 years old. You can't wear jeans and tennis shoes every Sunday.
Yep.
I got to teach him that there is the reason we're doing. We're bringing our best. All right. And when you go to them interviews, you're gonna have to have on them ties. When you go to the job, some jobs you're gonna have to have on ties. So just want to make sure that we, understand that, not being too heavy here. A mix of old school and new school. Yeah, I mean, now a lot of what we. Here's the reason I say it, because I remember Vicky and all her folks try to put me out of church for Facebook Live, right before the pandemic. That was radical. So you know what I mean? I think we got to reimagine. And I do think I was listening to a minister. His name was William Murphy. He was doing a interview, and he was just saying that we got to reclaim some of the stuff that we've given to the culture and just assume that it's the culture stuff. I don't know if I understood his comment in context, but what I am saying is maybe we are not championing the word of God to a point that people understand that rainbow doesn't mean alternative lifestyle. That's the covenant promise God made to Noah. But now when folks see a rainbow, it means something clearly different.
Yeah.
See, I do think we need to get back to some of that, but
somebody just made a comment, Petty, about sometimes worldly things or pull church things to pull them to them, and then we have to do it, mix it. Yeah, that one. But I think like the pandemic made us swap a lot of how we do things. Like before, Brown Baptists has had the online feature, but it wasn't something that was made public. So now during the pandemic, it's on all of the social media platforms. Brown Everywhere is born. Digital discipleship is a new thing. So I think that's a good way of us saying we're using social media for a positive thing, for bringing more people in. And more people now have watched church or attended virtually, than they would have had we not picked up this thing that was considered to be a worldly thing. But and again, I think it goes to how you're using it. And I think some things just go too far.
I agree.
I call that evolving. You have to evolve. You have to, but there's a line there at the same time.
Yeah, and when I say evolve, and I'm also saying this church specific. Like if I'm going back to shout out Columbus, Mississippi, I'm going back to Church Columbus, Mississippi. It's 100 people. The preacher praying. I ain't walking around. Brown might have 2,600 people in a medical emergency. I might need to move, but I'm trying to be still. And we even saw that today. Just there was some stuff going on. Like I'm hesitant to put out chairs for people. Because it's praying, right? Like you still need to have that decorum, still need to know it. But we gotta evolve. And when I say evolve, I don't mean change the word, but you gotta understand we are now closer to how Jesus did it. I think that's where people are a little worried. Jesus was out there and they said 5,000, not including the women and children, on the side of a mountain, preaching the word, right? You know what I mean? Like we gotta get out in the wilderness, and I think now. The wilderness is all around, sometimes in the church. And, I'd be interested to see what church leaders have to say. Because, at the end of the day, everybody wants numbers. And I think sometimes we just assume numbers mean you got it all right. You know what I mean? That's not the case.
And I think it's also with the church making sure people do feel comfortable when they come in. Like we had a situation today where someone was leaving. And Pastor Petty was like, why are they leaving? I said, Pastor Petty, I can't go grab them. And Pastor Petty was like, look, let me go see. But it was, because of seating, trying to get everybody seated and trying to make allowances. Because if you made it to the door, let us help you walk through it and not be a church that's so big that we're not paying attention when somebody needs something small, like somebody stopping and saying, "Hey, let me find you a seat. I
Right.
don't want you to leave."
Because you don't know what it took for a person to get to church.
Yeah.
Today. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
and you know, I don't care if your membership is 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. There's somebody in that service that's hurting. Somebody in that service that probably thought about ending it. Somebody in the service is looking for, just and this is where I think the church is actually broken. It's easy to attack the bishops and the preachers and the pastors.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me say, I'm trying not to get myself in trouble. We attack the church, we attack the pastor, we attack the DJ, but ain't nobody saying nothing about them folks in service.
Yeah.
I ain't even talking about the ones that came down, join. I'm talking about the ones that was in there.
Let me help that out. Let me help that out. He just texted me and said, "Hey, my phone about to die." So interrupt y'all. Hey, if he leave, his phone died. But his phone died.
Well, in that case, here's what our last word is. The 49ers trash.
Woo! They don't lose in the second round. They don't lose the second.
Come on through. Oh, we got Bishop Cox coming through with a word. I should have known he was the same one in that household.
Come on, brother husband, with that minute manner.
There you go. You know what?
Leave this household. Leave this household, brother Mike.
I'm for real. Look, I don't think I was gonna say nothing else. Look, I'm gonna read it. I was once told that it's hard to change others when you look and act like them. We have to be different and enjoy it. Jesus was not afraid to be different. He was on a mission. Are we on a mission? Elder Cox, if you ain't closed down petty moments, I don't know what is. I'm talking about that is a word for the
Amen.
people. All right.
Amen.
I like that. I like
that. I mean, you can't say much after that.
Gotta walk the walk.
There you go. Walk the walk.
That's right.
Hey, Brandy, how you doing? Hey, Amp, Rodney. I don't know if you know Amp. He's one of our frat brothers. Hey, Sister Sandy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sister Vivian. Thank y'all for joining. We're gonna jump off here because everybody want to see the last game and see how these playoffs are really gonna round out. It's been a great season. We got maybe 2 or 3 more shows on the Faith Family Football, and then we're gonna be signing out. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for sharing. I kind of like the virtual format sometimes too, Rodney, so we can get guests in.
Yeah.
Because Brother Cox come with a word because he stay in Kentucky. So we
live.
Y'all take it easy. Sister Vicky, any last words as we ride out?
Listen, let's just love on one another, because I like what you just said. We never know what other people are going through. Let's just make sure at least one person is happy they crossed our path today.
Absolutely.
That makes a lot of sense, because I'm just glad that say just go again. So look.
Oh my goodness. I tell you what, Cowboy fans.
End the show petty. Just end the show petty. Let's just do that.
If the Cowboys lose, please take a social media fast. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all take it easy. Until next time, we'll see you next time. Faith Family Football.